If we can improve availability by using redundant components, is it possible to get to almost 100% availability? 8 nines would give you less than 1 second of downtime per year. 7 nines would give you only 3 seconds. But is this achievable? Probably not. One reason is that AWS imposes service limits. You can't provision an unlimited number of EC2 instances or RDS databases or elastic load balancers. Service limits put a ceiling on your application's availability. AWS Trusted Advisor can show you what those limits are for various AWS services. If you need a high level of availability, it's a good idea to consult Trusted Advisor before creating your design so you know what your constraints are. Let's take a look at the Trusted Advisor Service Console and see what some of those limits are. In the Trusted Advisor Service Console, on the navigation pane, click on Service Limits. It gives us a list of services in alphabetical order. Let's scroll down to the VPC item. Notice that it says it checks for usage that's more than 80% of the VPC limit. Let's go ahead and expand this. If I scroll down a little bit, you can see that my VPC limit for the US East 1 region is 10, and I currently have only 2 VPCs, so I'm using only 20% of my limit. Notice that these limits are per region. In each of the other regions, I have a limit of 5, but I have only 1 VPC in most of those regions, and that 1 VPC is actually the default VPC that AWS creates for you in each region. All right, let's go ahead and scroll up to EC2 on-demand instances, and then go and expand this section. Now if I scroll down here, notice that it does not give us a limit because I don't have any running EC2 instances. So to find out the limit, we need to go to the Service Quotas console. And as you can see here, it gives us a link to that. So we'll just click that link. And then here in the Service Quotas console, on the left side navigation pane, click on AWS Services. And here you can type in the name of the service you're interested in. I'll do EC2. And then click Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. And it lists a bunch of different quotas for different resources, but thankfully it also offers a search field in which I'm going to type standard. And what you're looking for here is running on-demand standard instances. And wow, I have a quota limit of 2,400 running instances. You may have a different number here, but the default is 5. Now, if you need to increase your quota, go ahead and click on the quota name. So I'm going to click on running on-demand standard instances. And if you scroll down just a little bit, you can request a quota increase. So I do not need a quota increase, but you might, if you only have 5 as your quota, you might want to increase that. Now there's no guarantee that AWS will increase your limit, but you never know until you ask. So let's say just for fun, I do want to actually increase my limit. I'll click the button. And then it's just going to go ahead and ask me the total quota value that I want. So I might say, 3,000 or something crazy like that, and then click request. I'm not going to do that, but you see how this works. One thing I do recommend is to go look at your VPC quota. And if you are limited to only say 5 VPCs, I do recommend changing that to 10 so that you don't run into any issues when you're experimenting and testing things out.